Hey there, happy Thursday. It is time for the Thursday AI Spotlight. And this week, our theme is about content ideas. Where do you come up with all these brilliant ideas to post content on a regular basis, consistently on social media? Maybe it's blogs, maybe it's articles, maybe it's emails, maybe it's a combination, your content strategy, and you're looking for content ideas and you're like, oh my gosh, what am I going to post this week? I've got some tips for you. Today, I'm going to use ChatGPT. Use whatever your favorite AI tool is. For me, I'm just going to use this. Nice, simple, and easy. And I'm going to show you how simple it is to create basically 30 days of content ideas in 10 minutes. Now, these are the ideas. It's not the finished product, but it takes seconds to create the finished product once you have the ideas, right? Because once you come up with something, you're like, oh, okay, I can do a video with that. I can do a blog with that. I can do a post with that. All you need is the ideas. And that's a lot of times where we get stuck, right? We're like, okay, I've talked about this. I've talked about this. I've talked about this. What am I going to post about today? Well, we're going to generate 30 days of content ideas in 10 minutes so that you don't never have a day where you wake up and say, what am I going to post? Let me bring up Chatty over here. And I have some canned prompts over here. So first thing I want to do is I want to tell you that, ideas for posting can come from anywhere. The best ideas come from your everyday life, your present. We talked about this on Tips and Tricks Tuesday. Your present moment could be a trip to the grocery store, could be a trip to the post office, could be something going on in your house, your office, with your cat, your dog, your kids. They make actually some of the best post ideas out there. But say you're out there and you're like, well, I need some posts that are specifically tied into exactly what I do. And I need some ideas. And I don't want to have to think about it every day. I want to be able to come up with ideas. And maybe if you're even a little bit more advanced with AI, maybe you take those ideas and you pop into an agent that is actually creating the content for you. And you say, here's all the ideas for the month. Go create my content. Talk about that another day. Let's just talk about coming up with the ideas right now. So basically, AI needs the context to give you enough results. So here is the thing, and I have this template, and I'm going to put these prompts underneath here as soon as we're done. So here's the first one. We're going to paste it right in here. I am a what type of coach? Who's your ideal client? Here's their problem. Please give me 30 content ideas for social media posts and emails that would resonate with my audience. Mix in tips, personal story prompts, questions, and myth-busting ideas. When you're prompting in any of the AI tools, the key is context. Make sure you're giving it enough context so it will give you what you're looking for. So I'm going to just go in here and do exactly what you're going to do. I am a business strategist who helps women over 45 who are, we're going to call them second act entrepreneurs, because it will know what I'm talking about there. With what problem? Oops. Where am I going here? This is what happens when you do a live demo. Helps them with setting a solid foundation for their new business. So I'm a business strategist who helps women over 45 who are second act entrepreneurs with setting a solid foundation for their new business. Please give me 30 content ideas for social media posts and emails that would resonate with my audience. Mix in tips, personal story prompts. Personal story prompts it doesn't know your personal stories. So unless you gave it all of your personal stories, it doesn't know them. So it's going to give you prompts to say, oh yeah, let's do this. Let's do this out of my story. Questions and myth busting ideas. So here we go. And of course, chat loves this angle. When does chat not love what you do? All right. So let's see. Hey, it split it out into, looks like 10, 10, and oh, no, it gave me, all right. So it gave me 10 tips and how to. The 3 things every second act business needs before you worry about social media. Interesting. How to choose a niche when you feel like you can do a lot of things. Great one. Simple way to turn your life experience into a paid offer. I love that. I'm starting to sound like ChatGPT. A simple way to turn your life, the easiest way to get your first few clients without a big audience. These are great ideas, and every single one of those can be built out into a post. Story prompts, the moment you realize you wanted something more, your turning point. Great idea for a story prompt. Time you doubted yourself. Those make great engagement posts because people want to know that you're human. People want to know that, hey, you had some hard times too. It doesn't matter how successful you are right now. At some point, you aren't quite as successful as you are today. And that's exactly what they're going through. So when you can relate to them on that level of exactly what they're going through and pick out something that happened to you that they go, oh my gosh, that's exactly what's happening to me right now. You have their rapt attention right there. So these are great story prompts, a behind the scenes day in your business, engagement questions. Now, these are ones, great for comments and emails, but you could put these into like a solo post with one of those backgrounds on Facebook or something like that. Do you feel more excited or overwhelmed right now? You get a lot of people who will respond to that. And it's all about creating engagement. And see what we did here in this post? It wasn't a give me 30 social media posts. It was a mix it up because you don't want to be posting the same type of stuff day in and day out. There's posts, there's reels, there's how-tos, there's stories, there's videos, there's all kinds of things for you to do out there. So you want to mix it up. Myth busting. I'm too late to start a business. Why this is completely false. I need a website before I can get clients. Oh my gosh, I get that one all the time from people. That's a great post. I'm not tech savvy enough. I need everything figured out before I start. And then it gave me a bonus angle because it knows my unicorn factor. So chat actually pulled out 3 more to add on to my list with the unicorn factor. So with those, now, this is the starting point, right? So now we're going to take prompt number 2. There's only 2 prompts here that are really doing anything, right? This is just to create those 30 post ideas. We have them right there. I actually have 33. But now I'm going to paste this prompt, take idea number whatever, and give me an outline for a short social media post, an email subject line, and 3 talking points for a live video. Again, context. And I'm not just saying, give me information for a post. When you can do it all in one line, put it all in there, give it the context, and then you have everything right there at your fingertips ready to go. So let's go grab one of these. Let's see. How-tos, myth busting. I really like 26. I need the website before I can get clients. So I'm going to say take number 26 and give me this information. Let's see what we get. Yes, it is a big blocker for my audience. They are 100% right on that. All right. You do not need a website to get clients. Relatable problem. Why so many women I talk to think they have to look official before they can start. Absolutely. Website login, all of it. Truth shift. But here's the truth. Now, mind you, I asked it to give me the stuff. There's words in here that I don't use, as well as chat knows me. And as many times as I've said, don't use phrases like, here's the truth, because it's not how I talk. But this is a great starting point. It's got everything I need. I can go in here, make some minor changes, right? And my post is ready to go. All I need to do is add an image to it, and I am off and running right there. Email subject lines. You don't need a website to get clients. Still waiting on your website? Read this. The truth about websites. Most people won't say this. What you actually need before a website. This is why you're stuck. Hint, it's not your website. Those are some great lines. And those are subject lines for emails. So if I said, I want to take one of those and create an email out of it, now I pull that out and say, let's write this email. So that's the idea. We've got all these ideas. We got 30 ideas. We created 30 ideas in way less than 10 minutes, right? That was like 2 minutes tops. And so now I've got all these ideas. Now all I have to do is create the content. 3 talking points. Why this belief keeps women stuck. Feels like a safe task. Gives a sense of progress without real risk, but it delays real conversations with real people. What you actually need to get clients. Clear. Who you help and how. Simple offer. No bells and whistles. One way to connect. A website does make sense after you've worked. So this flipped it around. When the website does make sense after you've worked with a few clients, when you know your messaging is landing. So do you need a website to start? No. When do you need a website? Great video content right there. So as you can see, it took me all of a couple minutes. I mean, we're chatting and showing the prompts here. It took me just all of maybe 5 minutes tops to create 30 content ideas, and then to take one of those ideas and break it out into a bunch of content, including posts, including video, including an email. That's how simple it is to create content. So if you are ever feeling stuck saying, I don't know what to post, just remember that AI in this case is your best friend. If it knows your stories, even better. You can read your stories, you can read your narratives in and put that in there as a file. So talk your story into a Word doc, a Google Doc, upload it and say, I've uploaded my story. Go create the stuff based on my story. There are so many different things you can do to make your life so much easier. I remember 5-6 years ago when I was doing this, I was coming up going, what am I posting this week? What am I posting today? How am I going to do this? Because you had to keep coming up with these ideas, which, you can come up with, but it takes a little bit longer if you're not that person that instantly gets that brilliant idea of what to post or what to email or what to put in your blog that week. So if you're not that person, I am not that person. I am the person who has to think things logically through. I'm an analytical person. Analytical people, if you're one of them, it takes us a little longer to get to the final product. Why? Because we start overanalyzing everything. If you're like that, if you're like me with that, this is a game changer. It saves so much time because now it's like, oh, okay, that's what I'm going to use. Done, ready to go. So that's how to use AI to come up with 30 content ideas in less than 10 minutes. And then you can go on to doing what you do best, working with your clients. So that's what I've got for you today on the AI Spotlight. Join us next week. We will see you then. Bye for now.